morning. Welcome to Ryan Views. Today we'll be taking a look at the I45 South Interstate Highway Road Construction Project. It's a $700 million US million dollar project being managed by the Texas Department of Transportation. It extends from NASA Road 1 in Webster, and the project will continue all the way to the Galveston Causeway. So it starts in Harris County and it will make its way all the way into Galveston County. See lots of equipment, paving equipment, tilling equipment in place. The project is to be done in 5 segments. There is currently work active on segment 1, 2, 3, and 4. The start date for segment 5 is not known as yet. So we're currently driving in the first segment, which is about a 1 mile stretch from NASA Road 1 to FM 518. Varying expansion. Like for this segment, there will be 10 main lanes or free flow lanes, and then there will be an HOV lane in the center, and also frontage roads. So this has been an ongoing project for Interstate 45 South. Recently completed a massive expansion from the Beltway or the Sam Houston Tollway all the way to NASA Road 1, and the project continues today. These 4 segments are scheduled to be completed sometime in 2023, but because of the COVID pandemic, of course, there might be some delays. I mean, some segments were scheduled to be completed this summer 2021, but of course, as you can see from what we've looked at so far, none of the segments are close to completion. But once we've had the completion, there will be extreme benefit to the population. Highway 45 is notorious for its traffic buildup during peak hours. This area has grown so much in the last 20 years that this highway expansion is needed. Of course, some prefer there will be more investment in mass transit, but I think they've been trying to do that from the 1980s, and apart from a few light rail lines inside the central city area, there hasn't been not much going on in terms of mass transit via rail in the Houston metropolitan area. So recently in this area we've had new hospitals built, new neighborhoods. We're currently in League City, and this has grown from a small little town to where it's expanded now to quite a fair-sized city. As we move into the other segments, we will have 8 main lanes and HOV lane in the center of the highway, and we'll concrete roadway, which is pretty much the popular use here in the United States. Concrete with rebar. You can see some paving machines here paving the concrete. Usually about 12 inches thick and built to last, with the heavy type of traffic, the millions and millions of traffic that this highway sees on a daily, weekly basis for 30 to 50 years. So it's a massive investment, but the roadway will last a very long time. So as we move out of League City and head towards Texas City, not as much construction in this region. They have replaced FM 1764 bridge that was recently completed. It's coming up here, and look off to your right, there's some recent bridge construction that was completed. So it's progressing. The project started in 2019, so 2 years on, we're making steady pace, but of course the pandemic has caused some issues with that. So this is a recently constructed bridge that they have completed to replace an older structure that was too small, didn't have enough space for the highway construction. So we're in Texas City, not a small town that's expanding, some newer neighborhoods popping up. Fancy going to outlet malls, you would exit here at exit 17 for the Tanger outlet mall. I have Nike, Gap, all the major clothing brands, shoe brands, often from 50 to 75% off, and even more. So if you're ever in the area, visit the Tanger outlet malls. It's off here to your right, here in Texas City. So not as much progress has been made in this section. Work has been done on the frontage road. Some other areas might call them feeder roads, and just the roads that help you to get onto the highway. So they're still working on the frontage roads here. Continue. Looking at the highway construction. There's also a newer neighborhood here that just opened up maybe a year or two ago. It's called in the Lagomar subdivision. The price point is from the 200,000s to 500,000. Pretty sure you won't be able to find any houses in 200,000s anymore. Those ones usually go very fast, so you might have to be looking at 300,000 or higher to get a home in this area, Lagomar neighborhood. And we'll do a video exploring this neighborhood, looking at the features. So we're coming up to FM 1764, another recently completed bridge that takes you further into Texas City. It can also take you to like Blake Cliff and all the areas, and southeastern Houston metropolitan area. Alright, so this was another bridge that was replaced. There's a dog track, and this exit here for FM 2004 that will also take you to the small town of Hitchcock. So now we're in the small little town of Lamarck. This era is slated for lots of expansion also when the highway is completed. They did some, if you look off to your right, some work on FM 2004. And they're still working on the frontage road in these areas. And what they've done is they've realigned the highway to maintain the 3 lanes that it currently has by shifting most or the entire roadway to one side. And that's a good thing about highway planning in the United States. They always have enough right of way pre-planned so they can do expansion. So if you look off to your left here, you see some cranes that do digging. They dig the holes for the columns, and I mean they go 50 to 100 feet down into the ground to make sure these columns are sturdy. And then they put concrete caps to build the columns. So as you can see here, the entire highway has basically been shifted to the southbound side, and they're working on the northbound side. They dig up the existing roadway and they recycle the aggregate, the material, into future highway expansion. So it's a very fairly environmentally friendly process where they use the old aggregates, old materials as a part of the construction. It can be used in the subbase of the roadway and so forth. So we're basically in segment 4 here in Lamarck as we get close to the end of this current expansion. As you see, they have done some work on the bridge in this area. Road yet. They're focusing on the northbound side of the highway at this time. Thank you for watching Ryan Views, guys. If you're interested in seeing more videos of the Houston metropolitan area, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's free. Please make a comment. Let us know where you're watching from and if you've ever been to the Houston metropolitan area. Alright, so in this section down here, they will be elevating the highway and running the side street underneath instead of over the highway. And if you're from the Houston area, give me a shout out and let me know which part of H-Town you're watching from. Stay tuned for a lot more videos from Ryan Views as we continue to follow road construction project, building projects, other areas of points of interest as we showcase all you need to know about the Houston metropolitan area. So we're getting close to the end of segment 4, which is down here by FM 519. That would be a 4-lane expansion on both sides, so it would be 8 main lanes and a frontage road. And here, which is to be dated, is segment stay tuned and make sure you like, share, and subscribe, as I said, for more videos.